folks. I want to sing a couple of songs for you. Sort of, kind of talk singing, I think, is how people define me. But these are some songs that I've written, and if y'all have the printout, you should be able to follow along. A lot of times it's like people hear a line that I say and they remember it, but they don't have the full context. So I thought I'd give you the full context. So normally it's a suite that just goes for about 20 minutes, but I'm going to break it up into parts today. So thanks for the invitation. I hope you enjoy. Taken by the arm of an angel on the crest of a wave, she wore a woodbine in her hair with a hungry violet rhyme, cut a silver line. She's nobody's child, she's an assassin by trade, with a porter bra flashing a marquee beat on the stereo shore in the heat of the night, while the hills are tangled in her Persian eyes and wild time in the mantle of spring. So she takes me down to Lake Pontchartrain, where we tango madly in the southern rain, getting stoned on the wild road. Some things should never change. Let's go breathe fire, she said, on some of those forgotten fields we know. Jejune, blue and weeping, like a lonely train whistle in the middle of the night. Shattering echoes down empty alleyways where Van Gogh summer mornings paint new soul windows for all the monk madness in the city. Her scent is petrichor, wrapped in an aura of familiarity, like the dry, dying city lights at 5 o'clock in the morning oneness. She's Wootenized oneness, Winterbeer oneness, Orlane or Antigone. She's Manon, the flower who yellowed me in the spring rose. pulled up to the Scarlet Moon, and she wrapped her trumpet wind around my head and Sufied me. Spinning my Pisces right back to the first day when Aborigine fungi planted themselves on the jetties of lost stones. And in an opium night of mad syncopated vibrations, the sand began to tremble beneath us, sending shockwaves to the ocean floor. And all I wanted to do was ask her a question. One that she might say yes to. Ask her a question. One that she might say yes to. So much.
Thank you very much. So thank you for being our musician today. Our planned musician, Shauna, was not able to come, and we didn't have much notice to find a musician, so we're so thankful that I think Sally had a lot to do with, no, it wasn't Sally, to finding our musician. It's not working, is it? No, still. Oh, now you can hear me. Now it works. Okay, good. Thank you very much. Okay, my first request is that we request that you silence your phones if you haven't done that already. And I want to say, may this service bless each of you on your spiritual path. Those of you that are here in person, those of you that are here on YouTube or Zoom, and all of those who are with us in spirit. My name is Celeste Kroll, and I'll be guiding us through this sacred service this morning. I want to know, are there any first-time visitors here this morning? If there are, please raise your hand. And we have two here. Thank you so much. All right. And if you raise your hand for a moment, our prayer chaplain will give you a welcome packet. And online visitors can see our website at unitygainesville.org. Thank you so much for coming. All right, so let us say our vision, mission, and core values, and they are may be listed on the screen. We'll see. Otherwise, they'll be here. Okay, let's say this together. So the first one is vision. Centered in divine love and wisdom, we joyfully create a world united in positive spirituality. The next one is mission. Together. Well, although you can see it over here. All right, here it is. Okay, here we go. Mission. Through prayer, meditation, spiritual education, and service, we put God's love into action. All right. And then the last one is core values. Okay, here we go. Together. We are, spirit. I am love. I am generosity. I am gratitude. And I am inclusivity. Thank you. So, we are in the fifth chakra now, and blue is the color, and it is called the throat chakra, and the series container is communication. So the anchoring thought, I don't know if the anchoring thought will come up, but the anchoring thought is life and death are in the power of the tongue. And it's by Proverbs chapter 18, verse 21. And now we have Carla, who is going to do some singing bowls.
We're sharing this today. Good thing we went to kindergarten, because now we know how to do that. Well, I felt like I should be jumping down these steps this morning and saying, "What's up?" And so, but obviously we're not jumping. So instead of the gong, I realized that I have a singing bowl that is tuned to the vibration of this throat chakra. And so I thought, what about, and I talked to Reverend Ryan. He goes, "You do, God, bring it in," like that. So this is it. And so I'm not going to do the gong, but only he can do that the way that he does. So, okay. I just wanted to make sure that people got seated. All right. So, first of all, though, we're going to light this candle for and we call it the Christ candle, but it's for oneness. And there must be a trick. Here we go. And then we are going to play this bowl, and I would invite you to just close your eyes and listen to the sound and it's the key of G for anybody who might care about that. But, okay. Allow this vibration to enter your throat. In your imagination, open your throat. Sometimes we have a glottal stop, and in the back of our mouth, we kind of put the back of our tongue there that stops. It stops that energy. So we are opening our throats. And now I light the candle. What's next, Celeste? What do I do next? You're coming up? Okay. Was that supposed to?
Thank you, Carla. No. Okay, what we're going to do next is the community highlights. So as everyone knows, we have a website, unitygainesville.org, with lots of information. It's amazing, if you haven't been on that website, how much information is there. And the other thing I have to say is the e-blast. The e-blast comes out every Friday very early in the morning to keep you so informed of the latest things that are going on at our church. I look at it every Friday to make sure I know what's going on. And you might ask, well, if you're not on e-blast, how do you get on it? There is a card I had one, but I wanted to show you. It's a communication card that you can get right as you walk through those doors. It's on the left-hand side. You can fill it out and check mark that you want to be on the e-blast. But it's amazing. You will be informed of everything, because at church here, we can't go over all of the things that are going on. I mean, it would make church last so much longer than it already does. So we limit how many things we talk about now. So you have two options. Go to the Unity website or eBlast, but please do that so that you'll know everything that we have, because I'm not going to tell you all about it right now, just some highlights. So the highlights are a new members class. This is exciting. It's August 16th, which is next Saturday, and it's only 2 hours. That's all you have to do, 2 hours for the new members class. And it will be taught by Reverend Carla Palmer. And to register, contact the office here, and the office is open between Tuesday and Thursday. So call and tell them that you want to come to the new members class if you haven't already signed up. And that's all you need to do, is just those 2 hours. And then you're going to become a member. The very next day. Yes, thank you. All right, also, we have a very special program next Sunday. And the musicians are right here. I see them. It is the World Sacred Flutes, and here they are right here. We have listened to them before with wonderful music, so astounding. And this special music presentation is going to be from music around the world. So make sure that you come next Sunday. It is a real treat. And then also, another thing that's happening the next week on a Saturday is Unity Creators Circle. And it's Vision in Action, and it's going to be given by Reverend Marcy Newman. It's from 10:30 to 12 noon. So that's not this coming Saturday, but the next Saturday. And then on the 24th, that's the next that Sunday, the 24th, there's two big things going on. We have our pot love, and make sure you sign up if you can. If you see the e-blast, it's very easy to sign up for what food you're bringing, just so we don't have like 5 hams and nothing much else, you know, so that there's some variety of food. It would be nice if you did sign up. And then we have a special guest, Charlie Thweet. He's going to be giving the Sunday message, and he's also going to do a workshop after the pot love. His workshop is how to take your power back. And that workshop is from 1:15 to 2:45. And then something that's very important to me, I didn't look at the thermometer, though. Did anybody check that thermometer to see what it says? I didn't look at it. It is growing, but I meant to do it, and I was doing other stuff. So the Help Save the Deck. We're working on getting up to $10,000, which we hope will be enough to pay for our deck. We're going to get composite, so that composite material is going to last a lot longer. And not only that, but it will not have to be treated on a regular basis. So it's going to be a very good, long-lasting thing. Now, if you look in front of you in the chair, there may be an envelope that says Save the Deck. And so because we're keeping the money separate, the money that is donated for Save the Deck is not the money that goes for your regular tithe. This is a special project, but very important that we get this deck replaced. We want to be safe, and we use the deck all the time, so this is something that we really want to get done as soon as we can. And now, Gary Coleman, if you will come, he's going to give us a little update, and he's got a special surprise for us.
Thank you. And thanks to everyone here. 3 weeks ago, I woke up to a Gabriel's Wellness group text on my phone. My son was in a coma, and he was in Kochi, India, and he has a tumor on his pituitary gland. And he was found to have after having a seizure and who knows how long passed out on his floor. And he was on a very edgy spot there. So anyway, he was rushed to Gochi, India, in ICU for a week. The following week, he finally was released from ICU, and then he's back at the ashram where he's resting a lot and recovering and getting ready for his surgery. Everybody in this community was very generous, just out of unity, more than $4,000. Thank you all. We set up a GoFundMe page, and now we have enough money. I've got my flight ticket. I'm leaving Wednesday. I'm flying to India. I hope we can schedule a surgery for the following week. We got to get it all worked out. And I will be staying over there as long as I need, at least 2 months. It could be longer. So I'm going to miss everybody. So, and by the way, I brought a bunch of plants from my greenhouse, and I did, to make a little extra money, run a load of plants up to Georgia and South Carolina this week. Well, bought a few more than I needed, so I'm just gifting them to here. Plus, I pulled a few more plants out of my greenhouse. The little Honda backed up out there is Gabriel's, my car now, and it's full of plants. So after the service, I'm going to pull them all out, and everybody just come and grab a plant or two. And thank you all for all that you've done. So anyway. Thank you.
I'm so glad he was able to give us an update because we really wanted to know how things were going, and I'm so glad that things are going well. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's see. Let me see where I am. All right, so now I am going to read the Daily Word. I always love the Daily Word. And this is the Daily Word for today. Resilient. And courageous and strong, I am resilient. It says, and the scripture says, keep alert, stand firm in your faith, be courageous, be strong. This is from 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 13. So getting up and gathering the strength and desire to try again is resilience. Spiritual living helps me build it. Claiming divine ideas in prayer, engaging the power of my imagination to envision my success, and using my wisdom and will to discern the best way forward and choose it all help me be resilient in the face of defeat or discouragement. Through the power of the Christ within, I am willing to keep trying until I succeed. I understand setbacks happen to everyone. I do not let them deter me or take a failed effort personally. I am strong and capable of doing what I set my mind to. I am resilient. And again, courageous and strong, I am resilient. So the next thing we're doing is an opening prayer by Carla.
If it's comfortable, just close your eyes, your feet flat on the floor. A little sound for us here. What a beautiful day. The clouds in the sky. Envision them right now as you have your eyes closed. Envision the clouds that float in the sky. And if you look carefully at your vision, you will see that they have this beautiful darker blue line under them. Yeah. And so we say, I am grateful for this day. Can you say that? I am grateful for this day. Everything that is for me in this day, I will be grateful for. Just allow that energy, and know that as we delve deeper and deeper into the chakra, the third, or the throat chakra, that we will speak the word and the word will be heard. And so we open this session, and so it is. Amen. And now, okay.
She came to me as Sophia Lorena, a tiger lily framed with flamenco lines on her wrist. She's a bastion of the Arabesque. She's my compadre round the corner. She's my tattooed morning dancer with the moonlight on her arm. And she's dancing her timeless bolero with her black hair hanging down. And she's an ocean, it seems, away from me. Now I find myself by an old bordello without a name, a smoke-filled hall with water-stained walls and newspaper-lined boxes and pipes and cigars, and I can hear it in the breeze across the bricks, and I can hear it whisper through the windows of the trolley. Now there's an old man who is standing there. He's making his way under the mad, mad city lights, and he's singing songs about his beloved Texas in a rusted, broken guitar twang. It's a February, Texas in the spring, he says. It's a February, Texas in the spring. Well, his eyes and the lines on his face now, they show him standing there turning its face to the Van Gogh trees, lining the San Antone. Patience is the companion, he says, of wisdom, my friend. Patience is the companion, he says, of wisdom, my friend. Thank you, folks.
Such a gift to have the words because it is such beautiful poetry. Thank you. I like to write poetry myself, but I was sitting there thinking, man, this is the best I've ever read. So thank you from my heart. Yeah. Okay. Gotta find out where I am now. Here we go. So the throat chakra, that that bowl there that I have, I told somebody, I said, you know, I've got the bowl for the key of G, and she said, oh, I have all of them, all of them for all the chakras, and it's really, and it kind of brought me back to why I bought that one, and a friend of mine, psychotherapist, she was helping people who had PTSD, who had just come back from Afghanistan. And she had a contract with the federal government to do this. And she was helping them by using these sound bowls of each of the chakras. And so she told me, she said, you know, I've got an extra one though that I don't need. I said, what is it for? And she said, it's for the throat. And I said, I'll buy it. Because at that time I was having illnesses in my throat and, you know, and I knew because I've been in this biz, you know, for a long time, in the spiritual biz. And, and so I knew what that meant when I even said, yes, I want it for the throat, because I want to speak. I want to speak my word. I want to be honest and open and flowing, you know, with that. And here comes my, thank you. I thought it was on, but can you hear me okay? Yes. Okay. So, had a very busy week this past week, and I didn't get to do my usual research when I'm doing something new. I like to research it and all that before I talk about it. And so I got into it was like all the way to Friday, and usually by Wednesday I know what I'm going to talk about, you know. And so I got online, and I just said, tell me everything I need to know about the throat chakra, you know, that kind of thing. And it blew me away, because I know that with me wanting that bowl for this, it had a lot of things going on that I was experiencing in my life. So I want to tell you a little bit more about this chakra, what it does. And you already know the color is dark blue. You might want to take notes today because I'm going to be sharing, some of my research with you. But what this chakra governs is a lot. It's the eye, ear, nose, and throat. It's not just here. It's not just the voice box. It's not just the word. It is all of this other stuff that's around on your face to about here. It doesn't go any farther than the bridge of your, right above your nose. And so it's really important to have this balance, because where are you going after this is higher and higher in your spiritual vibration. So it even covers your teeth, because it's in, everything in here, and your jaw. And people that have TMJ, I should tell my dentist he needs to balance their throat chakra too. And then as I got into the research, it dawned on me. And it's like, have you ever had one of those experiences where you go, duh, I should have seen that years ago? But the chakras are used, and I don't see them, but there's somebody in our congregation who is an acupuncturist. And so the acupuncture points are all where the chakras are. And so the main thing is to get that all in balance so that we can be all together, that we can live a balanced life. And so it's like changed my vocabulary, because I do use acupuncture, and I have a person who does that for me. But it never occurred to me that it was getting balance. It was more like, my knee is killing me, can you do something? My sciatica or something like that. But it's all about balance, you guys. And then it threw me back to when I was an accomplice, and that's what I was called, an accomplice instead of an acolyte or whatever of this Indian woman. And so she always was about balance also. We can't heal until we're in this balance. So then I'm thinking about how unity started. You all know the story. Unity started about healing. And so anyway, I've just had this big wow, from all of this. And so when we talk about the voice, we think mostly about communication, but it is a lot more. And so let's see now, what is some of the stuff that I wrote down here that I just skipped over? The throat chakra is directly related to the physical throat and vocal cords, the neck, shoulder. Oh yeah, the shoulders. When we have problems with our shoulders, that's part of the throat chakra being unbalanced. And so hearing problems, hearing problems. Before I got my hearing aids, I used to think, why won't those people speak up? What are they doing? How are they going to have a decent career if they don't speak up, and everything? And then after I got my hearing aids, I was like, oh man, I'm embarrassed, what I thought about that. But The other thing about the throat chakra was really what I was thinking about when I ordered that, and she brought it over to my house. I loved hearing her stories, though, and how these GIs were helped through sound. And she was balancing their chakras through sound, from all of the bowls that she had. But I've always had a difficulty expressing my wants. I could never really ask somebody, I really would like to have this, you know. I felt like I had to be an island unto myself. And so this has opened me up in many, many other ways. And, you know, my voice might quiver because I'm so touched by these things that I found this week. Even a difficulty in listening to someone. Have you ever really listened to somebody? It's very important to have that skill. And so several years ago, I decided that I would practice that. And it was my day. I was thinking, today I'm going to listen to these, to whoever comes into my office. And I used to have an office and a staff and all that. And so this guy came in, and he wanted to sell me his computer program on measuring the levels of groundwater. You know, sounds really exciting, doesn't it? But he was the one that came in, and I thought, I am going to listen to everything this guy says. And I did. And I was just listening and listening and listening. And I realized something that happened to me. This was my exercise. He didn't know anything about this. But I felt this energy coming out of my heart chakra to him. It was like I loved this man who usually, every time he came to try to tell me about his computer program, I go, you know, maybe we'll make it a different day or something like that. I loved him. Now, I didn't buy the program. I didn't think we needed it because we had a lot of good programmers on staff. But I listened to him, and I really felt love for him. It was something that I didn't expect at all. So I would highly recommend that, especially somebody that bugs you, you know, just to sit and listen to everything they say. So, you know, I went through that fear of judgment or rejection if I said, you know, what I really wanted. And I can remember way, way back when I was working with a masseuse who was trying to help me with getting the energy moving in my body. And so she could get it moving until we came to the throat, and it would stop. And so that was what I had to work on. So it's been years. It's been years. But look, I can speak now. And I can say what I want. Let's see. I put down here in my notes last night, in a nutshell, I got out of balance when I let fear keep me from speaking up. And so when we make decisions based on fear, and you know I've told you guys this every time I'm up here, is that fear taints your decision. So getting back in balance is to make your decisions not based on fear and to speak what you want. And so Sally asked me, she texted me and she said, "What's the title of your talk?" And I said, "Ask for what you want." That's the title. And so we're going to have an interaction today. I'm going to stop talking too much. And so what I want you to do, and there are a couple of people who are going to help do this, right? You know who you are. And so I would like for everybody to take one sheet of paper. Everybody should have, but don't fold it, don't do anything to it. Just hold it in your lap. You know, adults are harder to do with this. I mean, adults think, "Oh, well, I'll just fold this up because you'll probably want me to do that." No, I don't want you to do that. So keep it flat. And just go ahead and just go down the line and just pass them out. Thank you guys so much. You feel the wind, feel the air. Okay, make it as fast as you can. If you get 2 pieces, it doesn't matter. Just keep going. Okay. Does everybody have it on both sides of the aisle now? Okay, you're waiting. All right. Okay, everybody has it now? Okay. We don't need any more paper. We have enough. Okay, so now I would like for you adults to listen to me. I would like for you to take a pencil or a pen, whatever you have to write with. But first, after you get your pen or pencil, just close your eyes. That way I'll know you're ready. Just close your eyes and think of something you want that you've been putting off, not expressing. Something you want to say to someone. Something you want to ask for, but you just didn't have the nerve. So I would like for you to write that on that piece of paper now in big letters. What do you want? And you can write, "I want," and fill in the blank. And you don't need to do it with your eyes closed, but just yeah, I see somebody trying to do it. But yeah, just write down and in big letters, "I want," fill in the blank. Okay? This paper and start scrunching it up like you were making a snowball. Yeah. Then I want you to stand up. Some of you have done this before here, so I want you to stand up. Everybody stand up. Stand up. Everybody stand up. I don't know if you're trying to do this at home, but you got the idea. Okay, so what I want you to do now is I want you, everybody over here, have you got your little snowballs? All right, I want you to throw it over there. Just throw it, and I want everybody over here to throw their snowballs over there. And those in the aisle, just pick them up and put them somewhere, because everybody should have one. Okay. Does everybody have one now? No. Where? What? Why? Nobody left the room. Okay. Okay, great. Okay. All right. So you can sit down now if you want. Yeah, you can sit down. And so unfurl the that wadded up piece of paper. Okay. I'm going to ask you to read it.
I am grateful to be able to see Todd, Kayla, and Saint more often.
So this is not what they want. Does it say I want? No. Okay. All right, let's try over here.
Okay, this one says, listen very carefully. I want my husband to act more responsible.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, let's lighten it up here. I want my pets not to pee on the floor, my dog not to throw up on the furniture, my sister to get a job.
I want to tell my sister that I want to be wed.
You want to be
Wed. W-E-D.
Who are you and what do you want from me? What is your purpose in my existence?
This one says, I want peace in the world.
I want my eye surgery to be 100% successful.
All right. So let's get over here.
I want to know why people act the way they do.
I want my friendship with Gail.
I want to continue living and loving, no fear.
I want unconditional love.
I want more time.
I want to write my book.
All right.
I want freedom, adventure, and fun.
So is anybody noticing a pattern here?
I want the words here to heal my family.
I want more free time.
I want a root chakra bowl.
I want to move to be near the mountains.
I want a secure, spiritual, equal, unconditional, loving, divine union.
I want love, infinite compassion.
I want more attention. I want my daughter to go to school every day and stop doing drugs.
I want happiness and peace.
This was the same thing. I want peace.
I want peace and financial security.
I got to get Mama here. Oh, okay, one was blank. Did everybody get, did you get to read yours out loud? Yeah, okay.
I want to be content.
I want to be valued and respected.
I want Ashley happy.
I want divine happiness for everyone I encounter.
I want you to acknowledge how helpful I have been to you.
This reads, I want your truth.
I want what?
Truth. Truth.
Truth, okay. So we've got people back here.
I want a financial blessing.
I want to be able to talk to my son openly.
Did we get everybody? Up front, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Where I was sitting. Okay.
I want enough money to satisfy all my needs and my wants.
Did you read one? Can you read it again? That way it'll be all.
I am grateful to be able to see Todd, Taylor, and Saint more often.
Thank you. Did anybody see kind of a pattern here? Did you get to read it? Oh, okay.
Hi. This one says, I want abundance in all positive things and experiences.
I want help with my housework.
I want a close, supportive friendship. I want a close, supportive friendship.
Did I get everybody over here? Debbie.
I want an aligned, comfortable, sober body.
Okay. So what did that feel like, having somebody say your want? Say again? You cried when you heard that, yeah. Anybody else?
Heartwarming.
Heartwarming, yeah. So here we are in this wonderful community where we have these things that we want, and we know that it's always better together, isn't it? When we are together, our lives are better. And I'm talking about here at Unity, and and our spiritual community. I just want to close by giving you some hints, some ideas of how to balance the chakras and have it be sustainable. You know, sometimes we say, hey, I'm going to do this and that, and then we do it for a while and we forget about it, you know. But we want to be able to do these things in a sustainable way. And so we give our deepest values of what we can do. And so one of the things that I've found that helps in balancing the chakras, and it shouldn't be a surprise, but when you see it in print, you know. But the first thing is yoga, and then the next is diet. And I'm not saying that a diet to lose weight, but I'm thinking, you know, healthy food. And then another one that came up was crystals and stones. Aquamarine, for instance, for this. And you probably didn't notice, but I've got aquamarine earrings that one of my sons gave me one time. And sapphires that the energy of these stones, of these crystals, will assist us in balancing the chakras. Singing and chanting. How many of you sing around the house or, you know, and chant? This is great. And then another one that I found is purple food. And it just so happens that I had some wild blueberries in the freezer. So I've been eating those, you know, and my teeth are blue. So. And then the other is to integrate self-expression into your daily life. And when I see art like we've been exposed to today with the poetry of this music, I see that as a self-expression. Express yourself. It's so important. And they call that creative living. When you can express yourself, give yourself permission to play. Have a place in your house that you can go to, even if it's the corner of your kitchen table, where you can go and you can write some haiku, or you can paint something, make a song. That makes us vulnerable, doesn't it? Makes us vulnerable. But we can do it anyway because we're strong. So my last words are to be gentle with yourselves. Honor this chakra. It's so powerful. Think about colors. Think about the foods that you can look it up on the internet now. What foods are best for the throat chakra? You know, think about how you're going to be heard in this world. And I hope that everybody gets what they want, that they wrote down. Everybody gets what they want. And so it is. Amen. You know, we've this is almost like a meditation. We're going to just have a short one because we're running on time. But take a breath. Take a breath, and when you and then suspend it. Breathe in, suspend it. Where's the back of your tongue? Is it stopping? Is it stopping in your windpipe to make it stop? Okay. Now take a breath without putting your tongue back there. Just suspend. What you're doing is you're using your muscles to hold that instead of using your tongue to hold that breath. You want to try it again. Take a breath, suspend without using your tongue, and then let it out very slowly. You do this just for 5 minutes at home and see what happens. Because unity is based on science, and so you're going to have to do some experimenting. Does this work for me? Does it not work for me? Try it. You might like it. Okay. And now take another big breath. Suspend. Let it out very slowly through pursed lips. And so it is. Amen.
The next thing we're going to do is the offertory, but before we do, there's one thing that I didn't know we had, and that's roses. So I'm going to go pick 2 roses, because one of the things we do for our new visitors is we give them a rose. I just didn't know they were up there. So, new visitors, raise your hand. Thank you so much for coming. And for the rest of us, you know who the new visitors are, so make sure you say hi to them. All right, so will the ushers please come forward? So at this time, we embrace the principle of giving as a spiritual practice. We will bless our gifts knowing that as we give, our blessings are multiplied. So I want you all to place your gift over your heart and repeat after me. Divine love expressed in me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you.
Just briefly, thank you again for the invitation to let me come and play with you today. I appreciate the offerings. This is the last part of the suite that I have for you. It's titled The Muse Lounge. When I think of the Muse Lounge, I think of a place where creativity just flows between people. It's all about, you know, if you're a poet, musician, or a mason, we all kind of live together. And I think, you know, in your message, unity is certainly a Muse Lounge. So here's the Muse Lounge, folks. Downtown where the musons plays, the pulse of the city. It's a material beat for the cats on beat. As you find your way home when there's blood on the moon, they say. For tonight, we're unrestrained. Mind and body. Soul's universal. Divine reason. Down at the Muse Thank you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So now we have our kids coming in, and we're so blessed to have so many. Very blessed. Many Unity kids don't have hardly any. So, all right, Miss Gwen, what happened today?
We continue to talk about our power of will, and since school starts tomorrow, we were talking about how I will be a good listener. I will do all my teacher asked me to do. I will sit quietly or not. And Charlie has something he wants to share about his pets.
So I used to have these like 3 birds. They have died, but I still had like 2. I really liked them, and I drew. So these are pictures of these 2 birds called Lemon and Dragon. I drew sunglasses on them, and they wrote down little dudes on this. And it's like hilarious.
He drew glasses on them just in case you couldn't see from where you are. Charlie's our resident artist.
Okay, so now we're going to bless our children. All right, so please repeat after me. Or let's all say it's well, the words aren't up there. So repeat after me. You are perfect just as you are. the divine, beautiful, magnificent outpouring of source. All that you desire is already yours because you and God are one. And our favorite, we sing, we love you, we really, really love you. Wow. All right, let's form a circle, and we're going to sing a cappella. So the good singers, please sing loud the peace song, and then we'll speak the prayer for protection. Now we're going to say the that surrounds us. We are light. The love of God enfolds us. We are love. The power of God protects us. We are power. The presence of God watches over us. We are presence. Wherever we are, God is. We are divine, and all is well. Have a great week. There are snacks outside. Wait, there's one more thing. Oh, yes, let's wave to the people on Zoom and YouTube. Thank you for watching, and everyone have a